Morning, y'all. I'm here at an undisclosed location at Storage Locker 88. I had mentioned this before that there would be good news from Storage Locker 88 in the works, and as of April 1st, I was saying that I would have an episode, and this is sort of a pre-episode, but since I'll be heading out on the road on Monday, which is tomorrow, I wanted to do a quickie here, and when I come back to town in Savannah, in the fall, I intend to do a series of filming, a bunch of filming here, and it may turn into episodes. It may be, one piece that's actually including a lot of the good news that I retrieved from my trip across the states, and so here I am, and I'm really excited about tomorrow. I'm going to be leaving Savannah and heading south. First, I got to stop in at American Bronze, which is my first short stop along the way. I got to deliver this model. This is an exact replica taken from the mold that I used for this piece, the Grand Providentia. And this piece, of course, is the one that I want to enlarge to 16 feet and place around the planet, place around the Earth as focal points for conscious energy and positive vibrations. I'm hoping that it will transmit, and receive conscious energy from all over the world, whoever comes to it, to add those energies. This piece is hand, you have to hand turn it, so it's hand powered. But the one I'm about to speak to you about is, I hope to have it to be electric or 110 powered. And that's what this is all about. So this model will be scanned in all the pieces, because these had to be added on this piece. They had to be welded in and fit and all that stuff to get the final bronze here. But so it's 4 pieces. It's the spindle on top, the gazing ball down below, and this is where you cast your dreams and all your positive energy, and it's reflected upwards and into the containment area, which is up here. So that's the orb at the bottom that you're basically casting your dreams on. And this is, of course, the globe up underneath, the one that will be spinning, hopefully perpetually spinning on the larger pieces on the Grand Providentia. And I also want to add in here that the Grand Providentia, I'd like it to be, I'd like it to have all the elemental forces, meaning earth, air, fire, and water. I'd also like it to have a conscious energy element, but I want to power it all by natural forces as well, whether it's wind turbines or solar panels or whatever it is. I want that energy to come to it. I'd like to have a perpetual flame in it as well, which would probably have to be natural gas. I'm not even sure how to go about that yet. I got a lot of learning to do along the way. But anyway, this is the model. I'm going to bring it to American Bronze. They're going to scan it in and make, which another valuable thing from it is I get a wireframe or a 3D digital model of the piece, and I can use that in my filmmaking to do promotions for the big piece, and also to get people aware of what's going on with the project and how it's unfolding. So anyway, this piece will be brought to American Bronze. I'll be delivering it likely tomorrow by noontime, and they're going to scan it. They're going to put it in. They're actually going to reduce the size of this piece. I'd like to do, say, a limited edition of 50 pieces that are about 1 foot tall. So they're easily put in your house. This one here weighs 100 pounds, and so it's difficult to move around in your home and stuff. Smaller piece will be somewhere in the range of 30, 35, 40 pounds tops. That's with all any attachments and any electrical things that I need to do. And I'd like to have a servo motor inside of it, turning it. So if there's anybody that knows stuff about that, has first-hand knowledge of how to put in a servo and make it spin this inside piece here, please contact me and let me. I need all the help I can get in this project and on this road trip as well. So I'll bring this there. They'll be scanning it in. They'll reduce it down, and then they're going to print a 3D print at a foot tall, and that print will be molded, or the molds will be taken from it, and then it'll be cast in bronze. So there's a reason why these are filled in. It's because in the molding process, you of course have to have everything filled in like that. Then what they would do is, on the smaller piece when they get the mold, and I'm also going to have to remold this, by the way, because I discarded the mold when I left Florida years ago. It was getting too old and it was actually starting to degrade. So anyway, this piece will be reduced and they'll take from that mold, they'll take a wax casting. It's a wax pattern basically. In the wax, they'll cut this out. They'll probably even remove pieces, and I'll have to weld it back together after. I'll have to weld each piece back together. But that's okay because I also have to put this up in there, and that means, basically starting out with the top part, inserting that piece, working up all that needs to be done inside, and then adding on the stanchions, these 4 stanchions on the sides. But anyway, this is just the beginning talk on what's going to happen here. I intend to have those 1-foot scale models of this available for sale, and it will actually provide funding, or it'll be a fundraising thing for the Grand Providentia. I'm hoping to put the first one in the United States, and that's why I'm crossing the country first of all. I'd like to find an ideal location for it where people are accepting of this kind of thing, and it needs to be in the States because trying to go, abroad right off the bat is going to be too difficult. So I figure if I get the first project done in the States, then I have a pattern or a standard or a plan to go by, a strategy. And then I hope to start putting them in places where they're accepted and where they're needed, basically as acupuncture on the planet Earth. We need this for our environment and for the people who depend on that environment. I love all human beings. I love all beings on the planet, including animals and plants and trees, as you probably already figured out. And I want this to be the beginning of something really special, something I can leave behind to the world, and the world can carry on with, that actually makes a lot of sense. It's like this kind of thing is what we'll be relying on to save our environment and to make things work. Thank you.